What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey, to talk about Married to Medicine. I was about to say the Real Housewives. They calling it medicine and hip hop, girl. Girl, it's a mess. I've been talking so much on Twitter. I feel like I've already reviewed the show, but everything really happened yesterday before the show even came on. um the day before on Saturday, Heavenly did a live to talk about the show and some things that were going on with the show and some clips that were coming out. And in her live, she was just talking, chatting, just doing her things. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. She was just talking, sitting up in her closet. I don't know why people make fun of her sitting in her closet. I don't get that. But anyways, I guess it's supposed to be a dig. I don't understand the making fun of somebody who has a closet big enough to make a YouTube video. I don't see the problem with that. But anyways, she was, doing her normal thing. uh I don't know if she has somebody doing the chat, not the chat, but the super chats and putting the questions on the screen and stuff like that. But yesterday she said, hold on, let me go and listen to, yeah, and that was, no, it actually happened on Saturday. And I was watching, and she was just talking about the show, talking about Tanisha, talking about the trip, talking about Phaedra, talking about how Phaedra is a liar. We already know her to be a liar. She has a reputation for that, so it's nothing new. Um, and so she was just talking, right? And Heavenly, I said, ooh, girl. When she said this, I was like, ooh, wait till the kids hear this. They're gonna wear her ass out. So Heavenly came out, and I'm sure I could just go to the blogs and find it because it made the blogs, honey. I was like, ooh, girl. And let's preface this because we know the mentality Heavenly has, right? She has a very male identified, male centered, straight male centered view, right? She uplifts, she puts men before women. We've seen the behavior. Anybody who would invite an abusive man back into a friend group, and their friend still occupies the group, that's somebody who centers men. We've been, over the past couple of weeks, we've heard people say that the women on Married to Medicine are a bunch of pick me's. And a pick me is a male identified woman who centers men in mostly everything she does. She will always put the man first. She would always give him the benefit of the doubt, like they've given Gregory the benefit after they witnessed their friend be abused by this man. They gave him the benefit of the doubt enough for him to invite him back with his new wife. And then what we witnessed on the episode was that, oh, this man that y'all invited back, that y'all gave the benefit of the doubt to, he actually hasn't changed. Oh, your friend, the one that you say is your friend, she wasn't lying. That was, and not that she wasn't lying, we already saw it. We've got to witness Gregory being abusive and dismissive and chauvinistic and misogynistic with Quad. So we'll get on that later. So Heavenly is talking, and again, it's Team Daddy, right? You understand what I'm saying? It's men can't talk to women, and women can't talk to men. It's very archaic. It's very baby boomer like mentality. It's very male centered. It's very male identified. It's very straight male identified, right? And so as she was talking, girl, I was like, girl, when she said that, I was like, ooh, girl, no, no, girl, no, girl, why would you say that? Hold on, let me see. Let me go to the blogs. Now, I sponsor the blogs. All right, so Heavenly says, have a conversation with somebody gets upset and it goes to the left.
Most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch men. You know what I'm saying? The guys that are kind of soft, but real men. You know what I mean? Straight men are gonna feel like
Okay.
it is. So when you have a conversation with somebody, if somebody gets upset and it goes to the left, most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch men. You know what I'm saying? The guys that are kind of soft, but real men are gonna feel like, you know what I mean? Straight men are gonna feel like if you tell my wife to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna have a problem with it. I mean, that's just it is. It is. So when you have a conversation with somebody, if somebody gets upset and it goes to the left, most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch.
Most men, not what she say. Most men.
You tell my wife to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna have a problem with it.
Okay.
I mean that.
So when a partner tells another, when somebody tells your partner to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna have a problem with it. They're gonna have a problem with it. Most men, real men, not bitch men, not gay men, not soft men. And then she went on to correct what she like to further clarify. She's talking about straight men. So at that moment, this woman dehumanized gay men, right? By saying that they aren't real. They aren't real men. That's dehumanizing and considered homophobic. When you dehumanize a group of people, I was just like, wait till the kids hear this. They're gonna wear her ass out. And lo and behold, they wore her out. They wore her out, and rightfully so. Whether you like Heavenly, whether you don't like Heavenly, whatever, however you feel about her, she can be held accountable for this because this is wrong and it needs to be brought to her attention that what she said, you correlating bitch, weak, soft to gay is a problem. One, we always get down here and talk about it, how straight men always end up getting their ass beat by a gay man because they underestimate and they believe that your feminine characteristics and your feminine behavior denotes that you are somehow weaker, softer, bitchier, right? And therefore you can't fight because you have essentially compared this man to a woman. So not only is it homophobic, it's misogynistic. And somebody with the thoughts and ideas that Heavenly has, it is literally on brand for her. Then you have to go into the fact that she spends a lot of time with gay men and how gay men feel. I'm not a gay man, but I have a lot of gay friends listen to me, my entire life, okay? And I hear how they feel about befriending straight women who deep down do not really like if their child was gay, they'd have a problem with it, but they like gay men as accessories. Make me laugh, drag these niggas like I feel comfortable with you dragging men, drag these men, talk shit about men, make me laugh, be my good Judy. You know how many women, when Nate and I would be on my channel, women would get in the comments saying, "Ooh, I want a best friend. I want a gay best friend," as if Nate, my friend, is an accessory. It comes off like that. And it's literally on brand for somebody who thinks the way that she does. A woman who believes that a man can't say nothing to another woman, or a woman can't say nothing to a man, or a woman should act a certain way in a relationship, that always centers the man. She's male identified and she's male centered. A lot of people call them pick me's, mammies, right? Male identified, but I feel like it's all of that. Like, she literally refers to her husband as daddy. Like, she says team daddy. We make a joke about it, but that's very, like, it's a little odd, right? So the people were tearing her up. And then you go into, and like, I tweeted Heavenly and I said, I know so many gay men. I tweeted not Heavenly, but the clip, I retweeted it. And I said, I know so many gay men who will beat a straight man's ass for disrespecting a woman. I know trans women who've beat men's asses for disrespecting a cis woman. I've seen it, I've witnessed it, I've heard about, I've it's too much to even say that it doesn't happen. And a lot of the times, this thing where you inject sexuality to describe a person's character is out of order. And Heavenly can be called out and say, ma'am, you're out of order. And this is what you need to think about in the way that you phrased what you said. You really need to think about why you associate weak and soft and bitch with gay. And why do you think that gay men aren't real men? Like, there's so much for her to unpack, but it comes from her line of thinking. She's also married to a man who's a little bit chauvinistic. A little bit. Dr. Damon is chauvinistic, right? The way he feels scared for Alora going to school, but he doesn't feel scared for the boys going to school, like going away. This thing where the girl needs more protection than the boy. Like, there's this, like, it's off, right? But why does the girl need more protection than the boy? Because boys, right? Okay. Uh-huh. Um, Heavenly is sparking controversy after what she said in her recent YouTube live. And so that's what I said to her yesterday. I should have captured. I've tweeted so much yesterday. I should have captured what what I said to Heavenly. Maybe somebody liked it and I can go back and look at it. Yeah. I said, I know plenty of gay men who beat a straight nigga's ass who was being disrespectful to a woman. Somebody's sexuality has nothing to do with how they would show up in a situation where character would be used, right? A man watching another man abuse a woman, straight men do that all of the time. And like I said, a lot of heterosexual men sit around and watch women being disrespected. In fact, studies have shown they don't intervene because they think she deserves it. Somebody came, jumped in the comments, and was like, can you show me where this study is that said that men will sit around and watch a woman being abused? Don't worry about it. First of all, we have victim blaming attitudes. A study from 2006, I got this from DeepSeek. A study from 2016 published in Sex Roles found that men who hold traditional gender roles, which are Damon holds traditional gender roles. So does that little sawed off bitch Gregory. He holds traditional gender roles. They are more likely to blame women for the abuse they experience. These attitudes are often tied to beliefs that women provoke violence through their behavior, clothing, or choices. According to a 2019 survey by a European Union Agency for Fundamental Rights, 27% of men in some EU countries agreed with the statement that women often make up or exaggerate claims of abuse or rape. Misogynistic beliefs, right? And we know that women can hold misogynistic beliefs, right? This association with gay as being weaker and therefore, and then like associating that with woman, right? They're like women, so they're weaker. And this idea that woman is weaker is misogyny, right? So here we are, a 2020 study in aggressive behavior linked misogynistic beliefs to a higher likelihood of men condoning or ignoring abuse. Men who viewed women as inferior or subordinate are more likely to believe the abuse was deserved. A 2022 survey by Plan International found that 25% of young men believed that a woman who dressed provocatively deserved to be harassed or abused. Lack of empathy. We know that we live in a victim blaming culture, right? So, a 2019 study showed in Journal of Social Psychology found that men who lacked empathy, that man, Gregory, that dude, girl, a man who lacked empathy for female victims of abuse were more likely to believe that the abuse was justified. The lack of empathy was often tied to rigid gender stereotypes. A statistic from 2021 surveyed by YouGov, 20% of men in that survey admitted that they would not intervene in a DV situation because they believe the woman brought it on herself. So there are studies out there that show that these straight men who you have given so much character to and said they're not bitch men, they're not gay men, they're not weak or soft. Yes, them niggas are weak and soft. And I would really like to know what those men did after they witnessed Gregory, what he did, because I know all y'all saw y'all had the reunion, y'all saw all the episodes. Show Damon what Gregory did to Tanisha and see if that's okay. The way that he spoke to her at the end, the way he dismissed her for being a woman. Heavenly was wrong. Heavenly was wrong. It's homophobic and misogynistic. This idea that gay men are not real men is ridiculous on its face. And the fact that gay men have often beat up one of your men for mistreating you. That is a fact. So aligning character with sexuality is wrong and it needs to be called out. Not only that, shout out to Hope Giselle. She said this, and I agree. Linking aggressive violent behavior to manhood, right? Because you expect these men to start beating their chest to express masculinity in a specific way, and if they don't express masculinity like this, they're not men. Women encourage that behavior, right? Women uphold misogynistic ideas. They do. Let's go. Yes, women. I want to listen to Hope. Listen to what she said.
Real men, not gay. I describe it. Most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch men. You know what I'm saying? The guys that is kind of soft, but real men are gonna feel like, you know what I mean? Straight men are gonna feel like if you tell my wife to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna have a. Okay, so let me check the table real quick. Gay men aren't real men because they don't.
Hold on, Hope. Hold on, Hope. Hold on. And I don't want to hear anybody say, you know what she meant. We know what she meant. We know that y'all equate gay with being weak. We know that y'all equate gay with not being a real man. We know that y'all think that straight is a default setting for for all humans. We know that you think that. So the way that it flowed out of her mouth, and she went to clarify. She made a clear distinction between weak, bitch, and gay with straight and real. Real men, not gay men. Real men, not gay men. She's not the only one who thinks like this. So she can be corrected. But it's the fact that she collaborates so much with gay men, that's what makes it cringy. And I have noticed, and it's no shade, I have noticed the lack of collaborations that Heavenly does with women, which for me affirms that you have an issue. You don't like women, which affirms that you would bring an abusive man back into a friend group of a woman that you claim to be your friend. Last night you apologized. You should have apologized last season. That man should have never been brought back into this friend group, whether he's a doctor or not. Doctor be damned. He's an abusive, misogynistic, chauvinistic man who degrades women, who doesn't see women no more than a fucking womb. You just a woman, but he needs that bitch's womb, doesn't he? To reproduce his sawed off DNA, doesn't she? Doesn't she have the womb you need, motherfucker? And it's no shock that Gregory doesn't have any offspring. Some men are undeserving. Most men are undeserving of offspring. There would be no way in the fucking world would I open my legs and reproduce that man at all. At all. But it goes back to the fact that y'all center men, y'all favor men, y'all give the men the benefit of the doubt. Y'all not going to shred the pick me labels anytime soon. Y'all brought an abusive man back into y'all friend group because y'all was mad at Quad. Those are not friends. And I've said it before. These are not Quad's friends. Y'all film together, but no friend would bring up. You saw him abuse her. But for some reason, you thought to give him a benefit of the doubt and bring him back to the show with his weirdo wife. And then y'all talking about, oh, she's just jealous. Why the fuck would Quad be jealous of Gregory? Girl, oh, we on Heavenly right now. So here we are. Let's listen to what Hope. Let's listen to what Hope Giselle had to say about Heavenly, because this is another angle. And again, it's unpacking your misogyny, your homophobia, this latent disdain for women. You literally brought not one abuser, two, because you brought Gregory and you brought Apollo. And then you sat there and apologized to Apollo. Let's go.
Most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch men.
Most men, not real men, not gay men, not bitch men.
And the guys that are kind of soft.
The guys that are kind of soft.
Real men.
But real men
are gonna feel like.
Then she clarifies in case you didn't know who I was talking about.
I mean, straight men are gonna feel like if you tell my wife to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna have a. Okay, so let me check the table real quick. Gay men aren't real men because they don't perform masculinity in ways that make y'all comfortable. But in the same breath, some of y'all will swear up and down that trans women are men because of biology. So somebody make it make sense to me. Is masculinity about how you act, or is it about what's in your pants? Or, stay with me, do y'all just use masculinity as a tool to invalidate and control people when you don't like somebody that day? Because when we talk about who really protects women, let's be very clear. It is not the alpha male hoteps that y'all love to praise so much. It's not the ones who think that protection is just about being loud and possessive while disrespecting the fuck out of the very women that they claim that they want to shield. It's the gay best friends that are pulling up when your man leaves you stranded. It's the queer homies that are hyping you up and making sure that you get home safe and actually holding other men accountable when they cross the fucking line. Meanwhile, the real men that y'all put on pedestals, yeah, they are the biggest threats to women. And that's based off of statistics, which are not lying. It ain't gay men that are putting their hands on women at home. It ain't queer men that are making the world a dangerous place for women to walk alone at night. The violence, the danger, the disrespect, yeah, all of that is coming from the ones that y'all swear are the blueprint for manhood. So, let's be real. Y'all don't actually care about masculinity. You care about control. Because if being a real man was actually about protection, integrity, and leadership, then a lot of gay men would be at the top of that list. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation because you would be rather booty clapping for community dick that everybody's had. I say all that to say this. Stick to teeth, Heavenly, because you're better at them. And I need mine done. So let's have other conversations, love. Ones that you can actually hold.
Here are the comments. In my 53 years on this planet, I have never had to worry about my children or grandchild around gay or trans people. It's always been a cis man. Does she not know the gays today ain't scared of, not today or yesterday, girl, are not scared of a single straight man because we've been fighting them clowns our entire lives? That's the part that I don't understand. You know how homophobia looks. You know how even children are homophobic and will bully other children who they think are queer. These kids have been fighting their entire lives. And for some reason, you equate their queerness or them being gay with femininity. And so therefore you think they're weak when they've been fighting their entire lives and will beat every man's ass on Married to Medicine. Every man. So yes, Heavenly can be called out. Heavenly can be called out. She has some views that are very male centered, very male identified, and she has an issue with women. No woman who is a woman's woman would bring an abusive ex around her friend. No way. Or she wouldn't be my friend after that. For a TV show or not, I don't give a damn. And for another woman to marry a man after she has witnessed him. See, a lot of times women get in relationships with men and they haven't witnessed them being abusive. They have no idea. But you had the opportunity that a lot of women don't get. You had the opportunity to see a man mistreat a woman, and would not give him a baby. And you thought that's a male identified woman who thinks that she can jump into an abusive man's DM and tell him, I can give you what you want, date him, and then marry him down to his ex-wife's job. A lot of people say, I don't know if it for a fact, but a lot of people say Heavenly Son is gay. I don't know that. But I couldn't imagine being the child of a mother and she said something like that out of her mouth. I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed. And Heavenly should be embarrassed. And she came out and called herself apologizing, but it wasn't really an apology. It was, you know how she says, I'm going to say it and I'm going to take it back. It wasn't really an apology. It was more so of here she goes. She says, I'm with you. Okay, Jerome Trammell, he came out and said, my initial response was to call her, but it's not always our responsibility to show grace and educate privately when it comes to public disrespect. Even our faves can make mistakes and need to be corrected. Even Dustin, like the day before, we were all talking about how Heavenly, when we saw the clip from Married to Medicine and Heavenly apologized to Quad. And even Dustin was like, that's what a real friend does, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and then you come out and the next day, well, that same day, she came out and said what she said about gay men not being real men and then comparing and then like using all of those adjectives, right? And then clarify and say I'm talking about straight men. So y'all know I'm talking about straight men, not gay men, not bitch men, not weak men, not ones who are soft. Girl, you think because the girls are like this that they soft, they won't ball their fist up and punch you directly in your fucking mouth? That's the problem. Because y'all not only have an issue with how masculinity is being performed, you have an issue with misogyny, and you have an issue with homophobia. Telling gay men that they're not real men and then believing that because they're gay, they're weak and soft and bitch. Girl, there's a lot of bitch ass, straight bitch ass niggas that I know. I saw a couple on the TV show the other night. So whether that's not what she meant, we know that by and large society believes that gay men are not real men. That's homophobia, period. There's no like, oh well maybe, no, that's dehumanizing a person. Come on. You're not a real man. Girl, what? And then the one y'all claim are real men are grossly violent, performing masculinity in the most toxic ways, and y'all deem that as manhood. until it's inflicted on you. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, he's abusive. Well, I thought you wanted him to be a man and beat his chest and get somebody and slam them down on the ground and break their backs and stuff. What do y'all want? I don't like it. I don't like it. But there will be people in the comments that will say she didn't mean it like that. She said, I'm with you. I apologize. It was an ignorant statement. I'm a grown ass woman. I can admit when I'm wrong. I didn't mean it that way. Well, then you need to explain what you mean. It's internalized misogyny and a tinge of homophobia. And you could tell by the way that Heavenly and those women center men. They try to make men comfortable. There's no way they should have apologized to Apollo for Phaedra bringing Shek. That Apollo should have never been invited, whether Phaedra agreed or not. And Phaedra, what Heavenly was talking about was Phaedra lying and acting like she didn't know that Apollo was coming with Shireen. That's why so even if Apollo was coming by himself, you still brought his homeboy, whether she came or not. But she did them just right. Y'all not gonna play in my face. But Heavenly was wrong for that statement. But she's not the only one who feels like that. She's not the only one who feels like gay men aren't real men. She's the only one who feels, she's not the only one who equates somebody's sexuality with their character, as if straight men are upholding women and protecting women, and that's not the truth. It really isn't. Like Hope said, there's statistics to show that. So you can't come up here and say that anybody is lying. So it's unfortunate. I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all get down in the comments, let me know what you think about what Heavenly said. Do you think it was misogyny? Do you think it was homophobia? Do you see where I'm coming from in the way that they deal with women and they don't consider the feelings of women? Like literally, like all of that ties into all of it. It does. You not thinking gay men are real men. You thinking that gay means weak and bitch and soft, right? But that's also what we bitch. It's like saying you're a woman, right? We're using a derogatory term for a woman. Bitch made, bitch ass nigga. That's saying you like a woman, right? Well, we use it for everybody. It's to me it's a gender neutral. But you bitch, you pussy, all the words that we use to say that somebody is weak or soft, right? And that's all aligned with femininity. And that's why there's that misogyny in there as well. And this hatred or disdain or this intolerance for women. So let's see what some of the comments said for this Heavenly post. I'm going to read a couple. I really can't stand that woman. Please don't make me fall out with you, Heavenly. All she do is sit in that closet and talk shit unfollowed. She always said problematic homophobic comments over the year. Even Funky Dineva had checked her on, but yet gay brothers still seem to go up for her antics as good TVs. She's always been a gutter stripe. Stop supporting her. Doesn't everybody go to the woman who calls her husband daddy for perspective on gender dynamics in relationships? Girl, right. That's the crazy part. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I gasped when I got to this part of the video. I can't believe she said that stupid shit. But it would have been okay. Do you know how many people would have been okay if she would have said soft, bitch, weak men, and then went and said straight men? Like people would have been okay with that. She included gay and then all of the rest of those adjectives and then clarified it by saying I'm talking about straight men, real men. Wait, girl, what? Real men? Oh, okay. Y'all surprised this heifer is homophobic. She doesn't even believe in abortion and was the same see you next Tuesday who kikied with old Jackie about black women crying wolf. Y'all gonna learn to stop standing. Ooh, girl. I cannot with her, but she always gets a pass because that's just heavenly. Wait a minute. We need clarity on how gay men got into this. This is why heterosexuals need to do research about our community. For one for one more than half of our community identify as masculine means looking like men, acting like men, dressing like men. More than half gay men will knock a heterosexual man on his ass because a lot come from trauma and have been fighting most of their lives. Another odd thing, why make this kind of comment when the number one watcher of the show are black women and gay men? I haven't seen her do that. So that's all I have to say about that. We're going to get into the review. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about Heavenly and her homophobic, misogynistic comments. All right. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.